Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and I want to just do a short intro to let you know that Black lives still do and always will matter. Black everything matters. And if that is not something you agree with, then this is not the space for you, and you are invited to leave. Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and today I'm coming to share with you a little project that I decided to give myself for 2021. It's an extension of a project that I've had for really the last 3 years. But I'm doing it a different way this time and asking some of my friends to help me along in this. So this is going to be like a BookTube Friends Pick My TBR project, but they're picking my TBR from my backlist. I reached out to I think 5 BookTube friends and gave them a spreadsheet with some, not all y'all, just some of the books that are on my backlist and asked them each to pick a month. And then pick no more than 4 books to select from my backlist for me to read from the list that I gave them. And so each one picked a month and picked some books. And so each TBR for the specific months will be dedicated to that person. So this is the kickoff. This is the first month for February. And the TBR for February was picked by Britney over at MelaninEclectic, the YouTube channel, and MelaninEclectic, the shop, the business, the sticker planner situation extraordinaire. And I am using my 2021 MelaninEclectic reading planner where I have all of my TBRs that have been pre-planned in here. So I'm going to share with you the books that Britney picked. We have The Black of the Berry by Wallace Thurman, and I will quickly read a little bit of the synopsis if you are not familiar with what this book is about. Emmylou Brown's dark complexion is a source of sorrow and humiliation, not only to herself but to her lighter-skinned family and friends and to the white community of Boise, Idaho, her hometown. As a young woman, Emma travels to New York's Harlem, hoping to find a safe haven in the Black Mecca of the 1920s. Wallace Thurman recreates this legendary time and place in rich detail, describing Emma's visits to nightclubs and dance halls and house rent parties, her sex life and her catastrophic love affairs, her dreams and her disillusions, and the momentous decisions she makes in order to survive. So that is Black of the Berry. This has been on my backlist bookcase for 3 years. Then she picked Sing, Unburied, Sing by Jesmyn Ward. This has only been on my backlist bookcase for I think 2, maybe 2.5 years. I got this at a library. But actually, no. The Black of the Berry has been on my bookcase for 4 years. I'm totally discounting 2020 because nobody went anywhere. This has been on my backlist for 3 years. So if you're not familiar with what this book is about, Jojo is 13 years old and trying to understand what it means to be a man. He doesn't lack in fathers to study. Chief among them is his black grandfather, Pop. But there are other men who complicate his understanding. His absent white father, Michael, who is being released from prison. His grandfather, Big Joseph, who won't acknowledge his existence. And the memories of his uncle, Given, who died as a teenager. His mother, Leonie, is an inconsistent presence in his and his toddler sister's lives. She is an imperfect mother, in constant conflict with herself and those around her. She is black and her children's father is white. She wants to be a better mother but can't put her children above her own needs, especially her drug use. Simultaneously tormented and comforted by visions of her dead brother, which only come to her when she's high, Leonie is embattled in ways that reflect the brutal reality of her circumstances. So that is a bit of the synopsis of Sing, Unburied, Sing. And this will be my first Jesmyn Ward read, even though I think I own 3 of her books. So that's a thing too. Thanks, Britney. And then Britney was kind and she only selected 3 books. And so the third book that she selected is Children of the Jacaranda Tree by Sahar Delajani. Nita is born in Iran's Evin prison, where her mother is allowed to nurse her for a few months before a guard appears one day and simply carries the child away. In another part of the city, 3-year-old Omid witnesses the arrest of his political activist parents from his perch at their kitchen table, yogurt dripping from his fingertips. More than 20 years after the violent, bloody purge that took place inside Tehran's prisons, Sheeta learns that her father was one of those executed, that the silent void firmly planted between her and her mother all these years was not just the sad loss of that comes with the death, but the anguish and the horror of murder. These are the children of the Jacaranda tree. Set in post-revolutionary Iran from 1983 to 2011, Sahar Dilajani's stunning novel is an evocative portrait of three generations inspired by love and poetry, burning with idealism, chasing dreams of justice and freedom, written in spellbinding prose, and is a moving tribute capturing the intimate side of revolution in a country where the weight of history threatens to overwhelm the present. And I do not remember how long this book has been on my bookcase. I want to say I got it like 2 or 3 years after it was published, and this was published in 2014. So yeah. So that is my TBR as selected by Britney for the month of February. Hopefully I will be able to come back and say that I read all of these books, but you know, time will tell. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good weekend whenever you see this video. Peace out.